Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new series, which is Tabletop Simulator Disney Villainous. I gotta come up with a clever title of this video. But either way, this is Tabletop Simulator, and I'm going to be playing Disney Villainous. And I'm going to play each villain one at a time in each video. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on Captain Hook because his objective is to defeat Peter Pan at the Jolly Rogers. However, as easy as it sounds, it's not that simple. And we're going to get to that in just a moment. But first, I want to remind you guys that I'm going to be playing this on solo because I'm playing it by myself. And I have this device, and I only have about 20 turns to complete Captain Hook's objective, otherwise the game will be over. And to fate myself, I have to roll a 10-sided die, and that's technically it. So there are rules on how to play this on solo, so I'll leave you guys a link underneath the description down below. I'm not going to be very good at following these rules, but I'm going to do my very best. So first thing that we're going to do right now, in case you haven't played this game, this is a game where you choose one of the villains, which is either Captain Hook, which is going to be for today's video, or any of the villains like Cruella, Maleficent, and many others. And we also have a fate token, which technically you have to fate the other player. But as far as whether or not when you landed on a space that has the fate action symbol, I think you have to fate yourself because this is solo mode, and at this point there's no other players that you can fate, especially in solo mode. So as of right now, let me go ahead and draw like 4 cards, and I already shuffled them before recording. And there you go. So let's put this right here. My Steam name is Bridorella1. And that's technically it. Why did I choose that username? Simply because most of the other names that I chose to name my user account as has been taken. So let's just go ahead and move on to this game before I ramble any further. And this is definitely going to be a long video. So first off, let's go ahead and reveal the 4 cards that I had in my hand or in my table. Okay, right out the bat we have a Neverland map. And I'm definitely going to need this because when Neverland map is played, unlock Hangman's Tree. When you play an item, you may discard Neverland map instead of paying the item's cost. Excuse me. Then we have Worthy Opponent, which gains 2 power. Reveal cards from the top of your fate deck until you reveal a hero. Play that hero and discard the rest, which is the ones that were not a hero. So what I have is effect and 2 item cards. The second item card is a Cutlass, which is when Cutlass is played, attach it to an ally. That ally gets +2 strength. And speaking of allies, I got only one, which is the Pirate Brute. He has no ability. But let's just go ahead and move on. And the first thing that I'm going to do right now is I am going to move my play piece into the one location that has the most power, which is the Mermaid Lagoon. And as you can tell, there's a lock token simply because you're going to have to unlock this location with something, like some sort of card and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's just move on. I landed in Mermaid Lagoon, and I gained 3 power, and I have a choice to either play a card or to move an ally. I get to play 2 cards. But the problem is I don't want to play any of these because I want to save my power before I make any decisions. So I'm going to go ahead and fate myself. I'm having a hard time rolling this dice with my mouse, of course. And I'm also recording this in Bandicam, so that's what makes it difficult. Alright, so I roll a 1, which means I end up fating myself. I have to click and drag to bring out 2 cards. There we go. And let's see what we get. I end up getting a taunt, which is when a taunt is played, attach it to a hero, which I do not have. Captain Hook must defeat heroes with taunt before defeating other heroes. So that is an item card. And the second one is Pixie Dust. When Pixie Dust is played, attached to a hero, that hero gets +2 strength. So neither of these are useful right now because there is no like effect nor hero card that could give me a disadvantage whatsoever. So I think I have to draw a second card. Apparently I found the rules on a website, which I'll leave you a link underneath the description down below. I'm just trying to follow it as much as I can. And if it's not the rules, then I sincerely apologize. I just found this on a website, and it's kind of confusing to explain, but the link will be underneath the description down below. So let's see what this is. Okay, so this is entirely pointless. So I end up not getting fated. I escape fate because the cards that I chose are not as impactful as I expected. So that is the end of this turn. Alright, so moving on, I'm going to place Captain Hook into... I'm going to place him into Jolly Rogers to gain 1 power. Then I have the option to discard my cards or play them. And let's see. I'm going to play this one with 0 power. Is effect card where I can gain power, which is 2. I end up getting 6. Then I have to reveal the top card Fate decks until I get a hero. And I have to play that card, which is technically an automatic fate. And I end up getting the Lost Boys right out the bat. So the Lost Boys, when performing a Vanquish action to defeat the Lost Boys, at least 2 allies must be used. So I guess I need to use 2 allies to defeat the Lost Boys, because there's just so many of them. So I'm going to place them right over here. And I'm not going to discard anything, but that will be the end of my turn. As I go ahead and try to roll. No, this roll is not good enough. I'm having a hard time rolling the dice with my mouse, of course, but I will take a 6. I think you have to get a 1 or a 4 to fate yourself, but because I roll higher than a 1 or a 4, I don't get the automatic fate or something. So I escape from fate once again, and that'll be the end of the 19th turn, or the second turn. We move on to number 18, as I draw a card from my villain deck. And I ended up getting Mr. Starkey. When Mr. Starkey is played, you may move a hero from his location to an adjacent unlock location. I'm having trouble pronouncing your words, so my apologies. Alright, so next thing, I'm going to go back to the Mermaid Lagoon to gain 3 power. And I am going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 power to play an item card, which is Neverland Map. And this will unlock Hangman's Tree. And that's where Peter Pan lives and all that stuff. When you play an item, you may discard Neverland Map. So I'm going to go ahead and discard it. And that'll be it. And I really wanted to play an ally card. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 power. And have Mr. Starkey here. And that'll be the end of the turn. Well, technically, that'll be it for me. So, I'm having trouble rolling the dice properly because I'm using Bandicam for this. So it's making things a little bit slow and difficult. But I ended up rolling a 3, which means that I have to fate myself. This is going to be a long playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. Just to be sure. Okay, so, right off the bat, I end up getting Peter Pan. And I also getting a splitting headache. So I'm definitely going to put Peter Pan here. Because when Peter Pan is revealed, you must immediately play him to Hangman's Tree. Even if it is locked. Any other fake cards revealed during this action are discarded. Alright, so Peter Pan is going to go over here. And everything's going to be covered up, so I think you cannot use these actions until you, I guess you could say, either move them or defeat them. Either way, we have to move Peter Pan to Jolly Rogers so that we can defeat him. So, that is it for number 18. Let's move on to 17. We only have 17 turns to go. And we're going to draw 2 cards because I played 2. The reason why I chose Captain Hook for this playthrough is because he has one of the most easiest objectives. And I end up getting 2 boarding party. It says that when performing when performing a vanquish action, boarding party may be used to defeat a hero at their location or at any adjacent unlocked location. I try to pronounce this word, but I stumbled. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and move Captain Hook here to Hangman's Tree. And there are action symbols, so I'm going to go ahead and move Peter Pan to the Mermaid Lagoon so he can head it to Jolly Rogers and stuff. And I wonder, once you either defeat a hero or move a hero, you get to do these 2 actions on top. I'm not sure, but I am going to go ahead and go for it. And gain 2 power. And I'm trying to make another decision. I'm trying to make another decision right now. And it's going to be pretty tough. I don't want to play anything right now because I just gained some power back. So I'm going to end my turn and I'm going to fate myself. Now, as far as what happens when you land it on a location that has a fate symbol, I do believe that you can ignore that because this allows you to fate the other players, but because I'm playing this on solo, I am going to have this to be like a roll the dice to fate yourself kind of thing. And Because of the fact that I roll an 8, I did not end up getting fated, so that will be the end of this turn. And I don't draw too many cards because I have 4 already. So moving forward, Captain Hook is going to go here to gain 3 power. We're going to need all the power that I can get right now. And right now I have a choice. And I only have the choice of playing a card, which I don't want to, but I'm going to have to play an item card, which is the Cutlass. And I'm going to place it right over here. And I wanted to try to move my heroes and items to... You can move either a hero or an item to, like, this, to this location here. And that'll be it. There's nothing much that I can do right now, other than rolling the fate dice. I'm trying to roll this properly. I'm trying to shake it. And I end up getting 6, which means I don't get fated. And that'll be the end of this turn. We're down to 15. I draw a card, and I end up getting the Swashbuckler, which is another ally. It has no ability. So, I'm going to go ahead and move to Hangman's Tree to gain 2 power, and then move Peter Pan to Skull Rock. And I don't know what else, though. I guess I could play a card at Jolly Rogers, but I end up getting a lot of power back. So, I think I'm just going to spend, like, let's see. I guess I can spend, like, 3 power for the Pirate Brute to head to Jolly Rogers. But my question is, how am I going to vanquish Peter right now? Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. I think you can vanquish him even though it's covered up and all that kind of stuff. You're supposed to cover up like this and all. But I think it's covered up like this because the bottom is where you place the cards at. So, who knows? But anyways, I think that is it. And I'm just going to go ahead and go with this fate action as of rolling the dice to determine if you get fated or not. I don't think this is rolled accurately, but I end up getting a 6, so I don't get fated as much right now. I think this is like too easy, but that was my mistake. That is it for the 15 turns. Well, actually, I forgot how many turns we have. But, right now, we end up... Hold on. This is my biggest problem when I try to play Tabletop Simulator, and that is to try to get the cards and stuff. So, I'm at turn number 14, and I end up getting a condition card, which is Give Them a Scare. Look at the top 2 cards from your... It's not a condition card, it's an effect card. My apologies. Look at the top 2 cards of your Fate deck. Either discard both cards or return them to the top in any order. So I have a choice. Let's go ahead. I'm going to move... My strategy is to move back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and head to the Mermaid Lagoon to gain back 3 power. And then I'm going to move an item card. And I'm going to put it on the Pirate Brute. He gets +2 power. That equals 6. And what we need is more than an 8 to defeat Peter Pan. But right now, we might have to deal with the Lost Boys. I'm not 100% sure just yet. But we'll just have to wait and see for the time being. But I think I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 power to play this effect card to see the top 2 cards of my Fate deck. Let's see. We end up getting the Lost Boys once again. And we also end up getting a taunt. So I have a choice. I either discard it or put it back in any order. I'm going to go ahead and discard it because we don't need too many Lost Boys. Even though we might need the taunt and stuff, but still. And I think after that, that'll be the end of my turn. Or the end of this turn. Now, let's move on to the Fates. And I ended up getting fated with only 2. So this is not good, but it's better to be a little bit challenging. I'm trying to draw a card, but it's just... There we go. This is my mouse made of... I don't know what I was trying to say. I'm having trouble with my mouse is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so we have Pixie Dust once again, which I can attach it to a hero, or we can go with TikTok. If Captain Hook moves to TikTok's location, Captain Hook must immediately discard his hand. And I wonder if it's his entire hand, or what. Either way, this is not going to be looking good. So we're going to have to move. We're going to have to move him right over here. And me being in his location without like moving or anything does not count. So it only counts when I'm actually headed to his location. So let's go over here, draw a card, and I end up getting some sort of item. Let's take a look. This is a device. This location gains to move a hero because it has the lightning symbol on the card. So let's go ahead and move on to Captain Hook. To Hangman's Tree, and I gain 2 power, and I'm going to move Peter right over here, and right now I have a choice. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 power to play the Swashbuckler so that I don't understand why is it together. Hold on. I'm going to have him be with the pirate group so that he could help him defeat Peter. He has 2 strength, which means if we add it together along with the item, that leads to a total of 8. So we can defeat him with that number because it's even, or we can defeat him with a higher number than 8. But either way, I am just going to go ahead and end my turn there. Well, it's technically not the end of the turn until I fate myself. My apologies. But that is the end of the villain's turn. And I ended up rolling the 1 by accident. But I'm just going to count it anyways. Let's see. So we have John, who is who has a +1, who gets +1 strength if he has an item attached to him. Or we can play an effect card, which I have to discard an item from Captain Hook's realm, which is not good because I ended up having this this cutlass, which is an item. But I'm going to have to play this anyways, and I'm going to have to discard the only item that could defeat Peter Pan, unless I can get a pirate or something that is higher than an 8 and stuff. So now I'm screwed because we're at the 12th turn, and I'm going to draw a card, gain a worthy opponent and stuff like that. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to head to Skull Rock, and I'm going to discard this card right here. And I don't know I want to discard any more. I'm trying to think here, but thinking takes too much time. You know what, let's go ahead and discard 2 of the pirate boarding party, excuse me. Because I don't need that much of it anyways. And that will be the end of my turn, unfortunately. So now I gotta... Not the end of my turn, that will be the end of the villain's turn. Okay, so according to the dice, I roll a 7, which means I escape fate. We're going down to the wire here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going down to the wire. Oh, I end up getting another pirate boot, excuse me, and give them a scare. I'm going to go ahead and head to Hangman's Tree to gain 2 power. I don't want to go to, like, Mermaid Lagoon, even though it has the most power, but I don't want to end up discarding my cards. At least not just yet. Let's see. 4, 6. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and spin 3 power to play the Pirate Boot, or the Pirate Brew to be precise, in Jolly Rogers. So 4, 6, 8. That's a total of 10. So I think at this moment, I might be able to defeat, not Captain Hook, Peter Pan, my apologies. And why not? Let's move the Lost Boys right here. And now, what's left to do is to fate. And I end up fating myself with a 2. So now I gotta draw a card. And I end up getting Michael and Wendy. Michael gets +1 strength if each location in Captain Hook's realm has a hero, including Michael's location. All other heroes in Captain Hook's realm gets +1 strength, which is going to be much challenging, just a little bit. But I am going to place Wendy right over here. So now I have 4 heroes on Captain Hook's realm. And as much as I want to defeat Wendy, I'm getting too close of defeating Captain Hook right now. Plus, we're at the 10th turn. Oh, look at here, look at here, look at here. I got Hook's case, which if I place it in a location, this location will give me 1 power. But I think we're almost closer to the end of Captain Hook's playthrough. But if you want to see more of this playthrough, but this time a little bit challenging, then all you have to do is press the like button for this video. Alright, so I placed Captain Hook in this location. So, let's go ahead and vanquish Peter. And Pirate Brute has 4. The Swashbuckler has 2, which is 6. And this one is a 4 for the Pirate Brute, which means 10. And I am going to defeat Peter with all of my allies in the Jolly Rogers. So Peter gets defeated by 3 pirates. And the game is over. I technically believe the game is over. But I think all it's left to do right now is to go ahead and roll the dice. Because I think I finished the turn and stuff. I don't think I should roll a dice, determine my fate and all that stuff. Because we're literally down to the last fate card, and it's Tinkerbell. When Tinkerbell is played, you may discard 1 ally from her location. So if I would have gotten her, and if I play her, then I would have, like, discarded either this, depending on whether I place her here or here, which ruins the chances of me defeating Peter. But either way, that is the end of Captain Hook's playthrough run for Disney Villainous. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if the rules for solo mode is accurate, but if so, please leave a like if you enjoy, and also subscribe to the Miss Sensational Gaming channel. There's going to be more of these to come. But until next time, always wash your hands, say your prayers, stay home, and stay safe from the pandemic. And more importantly, staying warm during this winter time. And I'll see you all in the next video.